Hi, my virtual friend. What's up? What's going on? Welcome. Happy Tuesday in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. My name is Sean Azimi. I welcome you to this live. I am in Southern California. Drop in the comments. Let me know where you are tuning in from. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So, what's up? Hey, have you ever noticed that your mind plays psychological games with you? And then these like traits become some part of you, right? Like, it's once I share these six with you here, you're going to be like, wait a minute. I'm guilty of that one. That one I do. I do. And these are psychological traits that we play with ourselves and we don't even know. We tell ourselves these, but we don't even know that we do. I'll give you a couple of examples. Let's get started. Number one is the confirmation bias. Your brain, my brain, will collect anything and everything that proves what it already believes. We look for that type of uh, evidence. If you disagree with somebody, you're going to find 10 reasons why they're wrong and why you should ignore them and why you should uh, not pay attention to their decision, right? Because you're not thinking, you're defending something. That's a big thing. Let's say, for example, someone says coffee is good for you, and then you turn around and say coffee is horrible for you. What you're going to look and find are the reasons why coffee is bad for you because you're not thinking, you are defending. Your brain is not searching for the truth, it's searching for agreement. This is called the confirmation bias. How many of you are guilty of this one? Come on. Yeah, I know I am. I know I am. If I feel a certain way, I feel like I attract all the reasons and the evidence to support my argument. Timothy, what's going on? And Nolan, it is not pre-recorded, my man. All right, number two, the halo effect. This is an interesting. This is an interesting one. Um, one good quality, and your brain will assume everything else about them is good too. For example, if somebody's attractive, confident, well dressed, suddenly they become trustworthy and kind, right? So it's kind of crazy. Hold on one second. Let me just somebody likes to have a little fun, so we'll just play a little block party. All right. So it's interesting because without a single piece of evidence, too, right? It's like okay, like for example, you somebody passes you in the traffic, right, and you're really upset, and then you catch up to them and you notice that they're this really good looking guy or there's just this hot girl. All of a sudden you're not really that mad, are you? You're not you're not judging people, you're completing a story your brain already started. Isn't that interesting? I think I find this one really interesting because I have found myself doing this one, the halo effect. Number three is Timothy says he thought it was pre-recorded too. No, man, I stutter. Okay, so sometimes I stutter, and I actually started stuttering when I was 6 years old, but it's another story. So yeah, these are live every night. I've actually gone live from January 1st, 2019. It's been 7.5 years. I have gone live every single night. Haven't missed one. It's over 2,700, 2,800 lives and subjects. And every night I change. I just switch it up. Where am I from? I actually was born in Iran. I'm Persian, but I'm in Orange County, California. I've been out here for 40 years, 39 years, not 40, 39. So, and I've never gone back. Really, no interest. you know, I'm a white boy, California boy. Number three, you'll find your mind playing tricks on you. Number three is called emotional reasoning. You feel anxious, so the situation must be dangerous, right? You feel worthless, so you must be. Your brain treats feelings as facts. Is it fallen or felon? Interesting. You do on TikTok. Persian food is so good. Bubble cakes, what's up? How are you? Good to see you. Let's see. Let's see if Timothy said anything. You have a lot of experience. I have a few. I call it life mileage. I call it life mileage, Timothy. Hey, if you're interested, if you're on other platforms, you can connect with me on like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. And I go with Side Gig Sean. If I'm not mistaken, I think you've been here before and you don't have other platforms. I'm not sure. But yeah, so let's see. All right, what were we on? Yeah, number three, emotional reasoning, right? So you feel anxious, then it must be dangerous, right? Your mind takes these feelings and takes them in as facts and builds an entire reality and story around them. That's why it's called emotional reasoning, right? You feeling something that doesn't make it true. Just because you feel it, it doesn't mean that it's true. If you feel in danger, it doesn't mean you're in danger. You could be. If you feel anxious, doesn't mean anxiety is around. If you know what I mean. So your brain will fight you on that. Like you can say, "Oh no, I'm in danger. I'm not in danger," and your mind will fight you and try to convince you, no, that you are, right? Uh, no, not with trauma. These are actually psychological traits that these are psychological tricks that our brain uses to lie to ourselves. We lie to ourselves. Uh, Morin, Maureen, I think. Um, are they exaggerated by? They could be exaggerated by trauma. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, they could absolutely be exaggerated by trauma. Like four is sunk cost fallacy. You stay in the wrong job, you stay in the wrong relationship, you stay in the wrong decision, the wrong business, if you would, because you've already invested so much, right? You're just, I've already worked here for 5 years. Your brain confuses the past investment with the future value. This is so important because the past you've invested in, right? The future It's got a value, right? So I'm sorry, when I look at it this way, I see the comments and I also see my notes. That's why I look this way. I got like three cameras on. That's the reason why I go this way. I'm not like, so the longer you've suffered, the harder it is to leave. Like, for example, if you've been at a job for 10 years, if you've been at your side gig for 10 years with the same company and you're thinking of changing companies, I've already been 10 years. I've invested so much. See, you already use the language. I've invested so much. You don't see the future value. You keep repeating the past. All right. So now check this out. Time that you already spent, it's already gone. So the only question is what you're gonna do with like the rest that's coming, right? Bubble case. Oh heck yeah. I'm 42, no baby, business owner, happily doing it. Hey, I am available for adoption. Let's go. Let's go. Bubble case. Number five, negativity bias. I know I'm not the only one who's gone through this. One criticism erases like 10 compliments, right? Somebody says one thing and the whole day is gone sour. Gosh, I know I've gone through, I can't be the only one. One bad day ruins it makes a whole week go sour, right? It's like your brain is running survival software in a world that no longer needs it. Like our ancestors loved this kind of stuff, but that doesn't really fly in this kind of world anymore. It's like sabotaging yourself. No, no bueno, right? Number six, oh, the spotlight effect. This is you think everybody noticed your mistake, your outfit, your awkward moment, your stutter. Chances are they didn't. Everybody is fighting so hard, trying so hard to be the center of the attention of themselves. They want to be the point of the story of themselves. Most people don't really pay attention to every single. Most of the time, when I say I stutter, most people say, "Oh, I never noticed that," which is the biggest compliment I would ever get in my life. Because if you knew where I came from, at 6 years old, and then 13 to 24, I couldn't literally say one word. My chin would shake, and I would have to grasp for air. So this whole live thing, actually, I'm digressing so much, but this whole live thing back in 2019, January 1st, 2019, I told myself, you know what, I'm going to challenge myself, and you know what, I'm just going to go live for a year, and that was a crazy year. I did my live no matter what. I mean, it was crazy. Some nights it was insane, but I still went live. And at the end of the year, I said, "All right, well, I'm done." And then my audience at the time, they said, "What? This is so good. You should just keep going." Here we are, 7.5 years down the road, over 2,800 different subjects. I've learned so much. I've grown so much. Um, I've had people hate on me, cuss me out. I mean, I've had all kinds of stuff. So, um, yeah. So, yeah. So the spotlight effect, not everybody is going to notice every mistake you make. Now, people do watch, right? But people like um, authenticity, transparency, just being real. Like, I mean, I'm just wearing a t-shirt and just um, last night I was wearing my robe. I'm just, yeah, that's a whole other life. But you you don't have to um, live a life worrying about who's gonna notice what, right? That would really suck. That's that life would really suck, right? And I don't really recommend it, So I would say probably stay away from that. What do you think about 9 to 5 jobs? Timothy asks. Well, so I'll tell you since you brought it up. I have I have had some of you are going to hear this for the first time. You're going to be what? Where's my bubble case? Who's going to adopt me? She may not adopt me after this. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. Cash, what's up, buddy? So, what do I think about 9 to 5 jobs? Here's I have had 38 jobs in 10 different industries. Just kind of think about that. 38 jobs. Now, just put that into perspective as how many interviews I've gone through, and then back up on how many jobs I've applied to. 38 jobs, 10 different industries. I've been in the corporate world for 24 years, almost 25 years. Like the cubicle, the call center environment. I was in the mortgage industry for 19 years. Okay. Now, why do I tell you all this stuff? Because um, I was I was chasing the paper, uh, money. Was the truth. And it was when one wasn't working, I had to go to the next one. You just that's what you do. If you get fired or laid off, what do? You apply for another job, right? So what I had down with the corporations. Don't get me started. Don't get 24 years in the corporate world. I've seen a few things. Um, but one thing I will tell you is that as long as you're chasing paper, you're going to chase paper forever. Um, Once you realize you got to chase your purpose, it changes everything. Now, I was working 14 to 16-hour days. That's real talk. 14 to 16-hour days, 6 days a week, often 7 days a week. Okay. And I thought that was my world. Corporate loans, mortgages. I had my broker shop. I had my team. I had this, you know. And then um, I got laid off. I was the good old corporate guy, and I got laid off. Jeff Goldblum. Hey, I get it all the time, man. It's the beard, right? It's good. I just don't have the same bank account. So I got laid off. Why? Because my pancreas shut down out of nowhere. My pancreas shut down. It left me um, unemployed and unemployable. Well, why do I tell you that? Now, it was a very bad 92 days because within 92 days, my job let me go. My fiance left, and then I found out about my pancreas. I lost, I have lost 59 pounds of muscle weight since then. I mean, I lost it within a year. It was very fast. Now, why do I tell you that? What do I think about 9 to 5 jobs? 9 to 5 jobs will not ever appreciate what happened to me. 9 to 5 jobs will lay you off. 9 to 5 jobs will say, oops, sorry, buddy. 9 to 5 jobs are scary in that by 9:05 a.m. you don't even know you have a job or not. 9 to 5 jobs are like you are within a frame. 9 to 5. I had to ask permission to go to the bathroom because we all could not leave at the same time because there would be nobody to take calls. I would have to design my lunches so that it won't interfere with other people. Now, I made 100,000 in 3 months, but at the end of the day, they laid me off. Why? Because I couldn't fill the hole anymore. I had to use the restroom several times a day. I had to go to the doctors and x-rays and this and that to find out what the heck was going on because for a year they couldn't find out what was wrong with me. Don't get political on me. ATG fired God. So, um, so why do I tell you that? I've had 38 9 to 5 jobs. I've had a lot of them, and I've had them in 10 industries. Like all kinds of things. I've done a lot of things. Right now, here's what I say: if you have to keep your 9 to 5, keep your 9 to 5, but don't put all your chips on your 9 to 5 because you're gonna lose. You will lose no matter what because life happens, and when life happens, sometimes it sucks. Like for example, I can't even get a customer service job. Why? Because I can't hold a queue. I went from working 6 days a week, 16-hour days, making bank, right? And now I can't even make like $15 an hour, right? So why do I say that? Is because in this whole really 4.5 years, um, I really realized one thing is that God does not restrict you. He will redirect you. See, my pancreas got shut down. I got sick. I got laid off from work. Normally, what I would do is what? Apply for another job. But see, he did it in a way that I can't. I can't do that. The good book says, find a way to help the many. That's the blessing. That's your purpose. I'm sorry, boss, but I don't take co-hosts, my man. Um, so I tell you that is because everybody brags about their 9 to 5 until you get fired or laid off, and then what happens? And then you start blaming the company. Oh, they suck. They do. That's what happens. And then you go to another 9 to 5. So to answer your question, I help people with a 9 to 5 to start a side business and to have a plan B and not to fall like I did. See, I had rock bottom like I've never had rock bottom because it's a double whammy. I had rock bottom from my income because, obviously that went away and I couldn't get another job, and also my health. So I got whacked on both sides, right? So it's a double whammy. I learned a lot, you know, and I went through a whole heck of a lot. So now I help folks to start a little side business using the online space. Now, um, This live, actually, with the subject we're talking about, the psychological tricks we play ourselves, this is exactly it. This is exactly what it is about a side business. You hear one thing and everything is bad, right? You hear it, you don't even experience it or see it. To me, um, it just, that kind of a mentality doesn't make sense to me, because I feel like I always have the upper hand, because I always have a choice. I can say yes, I can say no, but I don't like to be stupid and dumb, uneducated, and just say no. That's never been me. It works for some people, it just doesn't work for me. I like to learn about it. If I'm curious enough, I'll learn about it, then I say yes or no. But I don't just say no unless I know already what it is. So maybe you are on this live not by chance. Maybe you're supposed to be here. And maybe you're going through that redirection. And here's what happens. Here's one piece of love I'll give you. Um, we fight that redirection. We keep saying no. We ignore it. We push it back until we have no other choice. I'm asking you not to get there. I'm asking you not to get to a point where you got no choice but to. See, you may have a door slammed shut in your face, okay? And the thing is, you may be standing in front of that door and you may be keep knocking on it and kicking it. But the point is, the redirection is supposed you're supposed to go to another door. You're just supposed to go to another door, right? Hey, Regina. Let's see. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay, I have to block somebody. So I'm asking you not to let it to get that point. A 9 to 5 job is wonderful because it feeds the family, perhaps it pays the bills, but there's no purpose in that, right? So stop chasing the paper, chase your purpose. Now, here's what happens. I'll tell you this, and this obviously took a little of a detour, but what happens is that when you find your purpose and you pursue your purpose, it doesn't mean it's easy. That's not the point. It doesn't all of a sudden become, oh, this is easy. I should have done this from day one. No, 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 no. The journey is still hard. It's just blessed, which means this is where you're supposed to be. See, if you have all these doors shut in your face, you're obviously not supposed to be in that door. 38 jobs, 10 different industries, hours and hours. I never took a vacation from a job. I laugh at those things now, right? So um, I ask you to not put all your chips, sorry, on your option one, 9 to 5, right? Be brave, step out, get something going on the side. Be scared. I'm still scared crapless. There's days that I'm like, "Arr," right? That's business. It's life. It's everything. So I'm asking you, excuse me, I'm asking you to catch yourself, catch these psychological tricks being played by you on you. I'll give them to you one more time, real quick. Confirmation bias. the halo effect, emotional reasoning, sunk cost fallacy, negativity bias, and the spotlight effect. Man, I'm so happy and glad to see some of you on this live, and I appreciate you. If you're not connected with me, subscribe to me, following me, friended me. I don't know why not. I'm awesome. Let's go already. Let's do this then. Sheila, what up? Thank you, thank you. What you doing up? And then, yeah, connect with me on multiple platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. And I go with Side Gig Sean. Listen, if you feel like somebody else will get a kick out of this or a slap in the booty out of this, tag them. Thank you for the follow, Aziz. And let's go. Tag them, share this. Let's go. And can I get a shout out? I subscribed. Yes, Liam on YouTube. What up, bunnies? We're doing it. And yeah, so with that, I appreciate you. Listen, I help folks make some extra money on the side of their 9 to 5, hence side gig Sean. So if you're serious or curious, you got questions, you failed before, you don't even know what the heck to do, you hear all these terminal, I don't know, you just confused, whatever. Go to sidegigshawn.com and let's see if I can help you out. With that, I'm signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again.